Last week, President Trump signed a nearly $500 billion coronavirus relief package into law. The package replenishes the funds for small businesses and adds billions of dollars in aid to hospitals around the country. Joining us now with more is Certified Financial Planner Bert. Hey, Joe, thanks so much for being here. And we wanted to start with the Payment Protection Program. Tell us a little bit more about what this does for small businesses and why the initial money allocated for the program disappeared in less than 2 weeks.
Well, because there's a huge need out there, Danielle. The small businesses, as we know them, as defined, are, at least by Congress, are employers that have less than 500 employees. And that's an awful lot of companies. And, that's theoretically, that's your mom and pop stores. It's the guys around the corner. It's the florist. It's the shoemaker. It's the small restaurants. And what happened is that many large companies, because the way they're structured, were able to also get in on that. And it seems like many of them jumped to the front of the line and got huge amounts of money, some of which are being paid back. You've probably seen that from Shake Shack, I should say. Ruth's Chris is paying the money back. And because they're public companies and their financial statements, their balance sheets allow them to perhaps weather this better than the guy around the corner who's struggling just to keep their doors open. Now, the money is supposed to be used for primarily 75% of it's supposed to be used for payroll, the other 25% for rent, for utilities, mortgage payments, and those kinds of things. And the money went very quickly. The good news is they're refilling the cookie jar.
How long do you think it's going to last this time?
Well, this is a hard one to say because a lot of folks got shut out, and I don't think it's going to last more than a couple weeks once again because there's a huge need out there. The good news is the money is coming back into circulation, and then if employers use it primarily to pay their employees, that money will once again stimulate the economy. But I don't think it's going to last very long, Danielle.
And what else does this package include?
Well, the nice thing is the government recognizing that our hospitals are overtaxed. But, they haven't been able to do the elective surgery, and that's where the hospitals make their money to keep their doors open, and they've been pretty much shut out of that. So they've pumped in billions of dollars now to help the hospitals recover from some of that. So, and the hospitals, I think you've seen in the news, I'm sure you've reported it, that we may perhaps turn the corner here, and things have gone down in terms of people showing up in the emergency rooms. And the hospitals will soon be opening up for the elective surgeries, and that should help. But part of this package is to help the hospitals.
And do you think Congress is going to be passing another relief bill?
Well, I think so. And once again, it's going to be targeted to specific areas. Some of the Democrats want to bail out the cities. And Mitch McConnell last week says some of the cities that have been poor managers, states, some of the states that have been poor managers over the years, they ought to just bite the bullet and file bankruptcy. And that's going to create all kinds of other problems. But yeah, I think we're going to see another bill somewhere down the road until we've perhaps gotten back to fuller employment. It's going to be a long time before we get back to full employment, but I think fuller employment is going to happen sooner rather than later.
Joe, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your expertise.
My pleasure, Danielle. Good to be with you.